When you reach a certain age, little things you once took for granted suddenly become a big deal. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with your feet tingling like pins and needles? Or maybe you've noticed that sometimes when you walk, your toes feel a little numb, or your fingers don't respond as quickly as they used to when you're trying to button a shirt or pick up something small. For many people over 50, these aren't just passing annoyances. They're the early warning signs that the nerves in your body are crying out for help. It's called neuropathy, and it can start quietly before it suddenly changes the way you live every single day. The pain, the burning, the weakness, the frustration of knowing your body just doesn't respond the way it once did. It's something no one prepares us for. And yet, for so many seniors, it becomes part of their daily life. But what if I told you that something as simple, as humble, as ordinary as the egg, a food many of us have had on our breakfast table since childhood, might actually be one of your best allies in keeping your nerves strong and preventing that painful decline? Today, we're diving into how eggs support nerve health and why they may hold more power against neuropathy than most people realize. First, let's talk about what neuropathy really is, in plain, simple terms. Your nerves are like electrical wires that carry signals between your brain, spinal cord, and the rest of your body. If those wires get damaged, the signals don't travel properly. That's why you might feel numbness, tingling, burning pain, or even weakness in your hands and feet. For older adults, neuropathy can come from many causes: diabetes, poor circulation, vitamin deficiencies, or even side effects of certain medications. But no matter the cause, one thing is true: your nerves need proper nourishment and protection, just like your muscles, bones, and heart do. And this is where eggs come in as a surprisingly powerful protector. Eggs are often misunderstood. For years, they were labeled as bad because of cholesterol, and many people were told to limit or even avoid them. But science has shifted. We now know that eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available, packed with exactly the kinds of vitamins and compounds your nerves need to stay healthy. Inside an egg, you're not just getting protein, you're getting a package of essential nutrients like B vitamins, choline, vitamin D, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. Each of these plays a role in keeping your nervous system strong. Think of an egg as nature's multivitamin wrapped up in a shell. Let's start with B vitamins because they are perhaps the most directly linked to nerve health. Vitamin B12 in particular is crucial. Without enough B12, the protective coating around your nerves, called the myelin sheath, starts to break down. Imagine an electrical cord with its plastic covering wearing thin. The wires spark, the connection weakens, and eventually the signal fails. That's what happens to your nerves without enough B12. The scary part is that B12 deficiency is extremely common in older adults because as we age, our stomach produces less acid and our body struggles to absorb this vitamin from food. Eggs, especially the yolks, are a natural source of B12. By including them in your diet regularly, you're giving your nerves the raw materials they need to keep their protective coating intact. Now let's talk about choline, another nutrient found in abundance in eggs. Choline is like the quiet hero of brain and nerve health. Most people don't even know they're deficient in it, yet it's essential for producing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that your nerves use to communicate. Without enough choline, those signals slow down. That's when you notice things like brain fog, slower reflexes, or difficulty concentrating. It's not just your brain, it's your nerves throughout your body relying on choline to send quick, clear messages. And yet, research shows that more than 90% of Americans don't get enough choline. One egg gives you about 25% of your daily needs. Think about that. Just by cracking an egg, you're fueling your nervous system with one of the very nutrients it struggles to get otherwise. Another piece of the puzzle is vitamin D. You've probably heard of vitamin D in relation to bone health, but it also plays a role in your nerves. Low vitamin D levels are linked to increased nerve pain and higher risks of neuropathy, especially in people with diabetes. Eggs, particularly those from hens raised outdoors or fortified feeds, provide a natural source of vitamin D right there in the yolk. So when you're scrambling eggs in the morning, you're not just helping your bones, you're quietly helping your nerves fight against deterioration. And let's not forget about the antioxidants found in eggs, especially lutein and zeaxanthin. While we often hear about these nutrients for eye health, they also protect your nervous system by reducing oxidative stress. You see, nerve damage doesn't just come from lack of vitamins, it also comes from tiny chemical reactions in your body that create oxidative stress, wearing down cells over time. Antioxidants are like the shield that keeps this stress from overwhelming your nerves. Eggs provide that shield naturally. But beyond the science, let's talk about the real life impact. I know so many people who grew up thinking eggs were only for breakfast or only something you eat in moderation. Yet, as I've worked with older adults and seen the struggles they face with tingling feet, burning legs, or hands that don't quite grip the way they used to, I've realized how powerful small changes in diet can be. One woman I spoke with, she's 68, had been dealing with neuropathy from type 2 diabetes for years. She felt hopeless, convinced it would just keep getting worse. But when she worked with a nutritionist and added 2 eggs a day into her diet along with other supportive foods, she noticed over time that the burning sensation eased and her balance improved. Was it only the eggs? No, of course, a healthy lifestyle overall matters. But eggs gave her body the very tools it was missing, and that's not something to ignore. Now, you might be wondering, how many eggs should you eat and is it safe for your heart? That's a valid concern. For decades, doctors warned us against cholesterol, and eggs were painted as the villain. But new research shows that dietary cholesterol doesn't raise blood cholesterol in most people the way we once thought. In fact, for many seniors, the benefits of eggs far outweigh the risks, especially when they're eaten as part of a balanced diet full of vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. 1 to 2 eggs a day is considered safe and beneficial for most people, unless your doctor has specifically advised otherwise. What I love most about eggs is how versatile they are. You don't have to stick to plain boiled eggs, though those are great too. You can make a veggie omelet with spinach and tomatoes, whip up an egg salad with whole grain bread, or add a poached egg on top of avocado toast. By combining eggs with other nutrient-rich foods, you're giving your nerves an even greater chance to thrive. And isn't that what we all want as we age? To feel that our bodies still work with us, not against us? Here's something I encourage you to do. The next time you feel that tingling in your feet or the numbness in your hands, instead of brushing it off as just getting old, stop and think about what your body is trying to tell you. Are you giving your nerves the fuel they need? Could something as simple as adjusting your breakfast make a difference? It's empowering to realize that not all solutions come in the form of prescriptions or complicated treatments. Sometimes they come from the humble egg sitting in your refrigerator. And if you're someone who has been dealing with neuropathy or any nerve discomfort, I want to hear from you. What has your experience been like? Have you tried changing your diet? Did you notice a difference when you added eggs or other nutrient-rich foods? Share your story in the comments because not only does it help you reflect, it also inspires someone else who might be quietly suffering. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we're building a community where we learn together, where small choices lead to big improvements in health after 50. Let's also not forget the emotional side of this journey. Neuropathy doesn't just hurt physically, it can hurt emotionally. It can make you feel isolated, afraid to walk far, anxious about losing independence. That's why messages of hope matter. And hope often starts with simple, doable actions. Eggs are not a miracle cure, but they're a powerful step in the right direction. Combined with movement like gentle walking or stretching, staying hydrated, and managing conditions like diabetes, they give your nerves a fighting chance. Think about it. Every egg you eat is like a little investment in your future self. It's a vote for steadier steps, stronger hands, and clearer signals between your brain and your body. It's about choosing not to surrender to decline, but to nourish yourself toward resilience. And that's something within your power, no matter your age. So the next time you crack an egg, don't just see it as breakfast. See it as medicine from nature, as protection for the nerves that carry you through life, as a gift to your future. Let that remind you that aging doesn't mean giving up control. It means making smarter, more intentional choices, choices that keep you vibrant, connected, and strong. And as we wrap up, I want you to take this with you. Neuropathy is not just a destiny you have to accept. It's a challenge you can face with knowledge, with nutrition, with action. Eggs are one of the simplest, most affordable, most powerful tools at your disposal. So don't underestimate them. Start today. Try adding them into your meals, pair them with colorful vegetables, and give your nerves the care they deserve. Because you deserve to feel steady, pain-free, and alive in every step you take, no matter your age. If this message resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Your voice matters, your story matters, and together we can spread hope and strength for everyone over 50 who's navigating these health challenges. Don't forget to subscribe for more empowering, practical advice because your best years aren't behind you, they're still unfolding. One choice, one meal, one egg at a time.